guys tonight? Okay, we're gonna do Tuscan buttered salmon because I haven't eaten in a long time. I had a little bit of lunch, but I'm ready for some keto food. So I pre-cooked the salmon so you guys don't have to be here all night. So in our pan, we're gonna put some butter. Calls for 3 tablespoons. And I will get out a spoon here. You know me, I don't measure very well, but this is a tablespoon. And there's 3. I'm gonna let that melt a little bit. Not put this pan in my, or spoon in my nice pan. And then we're gonna put some garlic in. Let that cook. It calls for 3 cloves. I buy it already minced, but you can get some cloves and put that in. So I was talking to one of my friends on the way home. I was in Spokane about not eating after 6 Faye. And with keto, you don't have to worry about it as much because you're eating more fat than carbs. So I don't like to eat and go to bed with a full stomach, but with keto, because it's fat, you are burning it a lot faster and you don't have to worry about the carbs and all of that because it's mostly fat that you're eating. So we're gonna let that just cook around a little bit. Like I said, I pre-cooked the salmon, but you would normally cook that in some butter with salt and pepper and let that cook first for about 6 minutes and then go to this step. It is called Tuscan buttered salmon, and you can find it. A lot of my recipes come from the site Delish, and they have a whole variety of keto friendly, low carb, yada yada yada. Okay, so we're gonna just let this cook just for a few minutes, and then we're gonna add some cherry tomatoes. I didn't have any cherry tomatoes, so I'm just adding regular tomatoes. I'm gonna add a little less than what the recipe calls for because your tomatoes, especially cherry, have sugar. So you want to stay away from the sugar as much as you can when you're in keto. So I am going to just add a few of just regular romaine tomatoes. We're going to put those in there. A little bit of salt. Himalayan pink salt is what you should be using. It helps you hydrate, keeps your electrolytes up. Very, very good for you. Has your minerals, all of the things you need. A little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. Let that simmer up a little bit. And I want to cook those tomatoes. Can you guys see all of that good? There you go. Now, while you're watching, if you don't like all the comments in that, then right swipe, I think it is, and all those comments go away. And then you can see what I'm doing. And if you would share my video, because I want to teach everybody how to cook keto. It's my favorite. So I did a reboot, it's called. It's basically a 60-hour fast. I did 67 hours, and then I had a little bit of lunch, just because I couldn't take it anymore. Food was starting to look too good. I had to have some. So, okay, now spinach. It calls for 2 cups of baby spinach, but I'm just gonna do 2 or 3 handfuls. To me, I'm not a big, I don't measure. I measure maybe at the restaurant, but not always. Some things like pies and things that really matter, but anything else, it's just like a little bit of this, a little bit of that. So I was so happy that I did the reboot and I was able to get through, and I felt amazing today. I have great energy, feel really clean, and I didn't get as great of results as I would have liked. I would have liked a lot more, but what I learned and how I feel, so much better. Okay, so we're gonna let that spinach just wilt up a little bit, and that's why I add a little extra, because I like spinach. And you want to get a lot of vegetables, more vegetables than you would protein, and more vegetables than you do carbs. So vegetables have carbs. That's part of how they're made. So what you want to do is get all your carbs from your vegetables if you can, and not any sugar or anything like that. Okay, so we're ready now to add the cream. Calls for a half a cup of cream. Put that in. I'm gonna let that cook a little bit. You guys see that okay? Again, like I said, just right swipe and get rid of all that talking. Let me just make sure I'm doing this right. Parmesan cheese, 1/4 cup. See, I actually used measuring cups. It's gonna kind of make a little thick sauce. Doesn't that look good? Oh my gosh, I'm so excited, you guys. And to think this is keto. I can eat this. So we're gonna make that, let that cook. So from there, you let that simmer. You put your salmon back in. Here's my salmon patties. Got 2 of them. And then you're gonna let that simmer for about 3 or 4 minutes is what the recipe says. I like to put the sauce kind of over that. I'm cooking on medium right now, but I am gonna turn it down and go more simmer. So maybe just low and cook that a little bit. You're also gonna add a little parsley, a little basil. I like fresh basil, which I might have some. I get a package from a local farm, but I do buy this sometimes. So everything I put in here is keto friendly. High fat, moderate proteins, and low carbs. Makes your body just work like a machine. You get into ketosis and your body is working like a machine, like it's supposed to. So we're gonna turn that down. You can do it with diet. I take some supplements. That helps me get into ketosis, but you can also do it with diet, either one. Okay, we're gonna let that simmer. You guys see that? That's my dinner after 66 hours of no food. So I'm going to let that simmer, and then I'm gonna eat. I'll send you guys a picture of the finished project, okay? Have a good night. Talk to you later. Share my video, and any requests, put it on here. Let me know. See you later.